everybody, it's Louise here and welcome to Sunday Spirit. Tonight I want to talk to you about meditation and breath work. It is an important part of an everyday thing for me and it really works well to calm your mind and also get in sync with your breath work. The reason it's so important to calm your mind, we all have so many thoughts during the day, and unfortunately a lot of them is or can be negative until we start working with that. So in order to give ourselves a little break, meditation actually allows for this. It allows you to quiet your mind and just have a break from all the thoughts, maybe worries, concern, fear, whatever it might be. The breaks for your brain is as important as the breaks you take for your body as well. So when I do meditation, I often do guided meditation. It can be videos that I download. It can be from the Hay House app that I use. I find them very they're really good in terms of making them short, so only about 15 minutes, and they have a large selections of different meditations in order to what you want to meditate on. I also use sounds, which means I use either music that I find which suits me and calms me down, or it can be sounds in terms of water running, a river running. It can be white noise. You can kind of use any sound that is stable. So it has to be a very stable and soothing sound that you use. And of course you can use ventilation. You can use any white noise you can find in your house. Make sure you sit in a quiet place. Make sure that you will not be disturbed. So if you use your phone, make sure to put it on flight mode, so you can only or not disturbing mode, so no one will disturb you while you're doing so. It's important to have this, to use the time of the 15 minutes in full. Another thing is to start by relaxing your body, and you do so by taking a deep breath in, lifting up your shoulders, and then a deep breath out. Do this 2-3 times. Sometimes it takes longer, maybe 10 times. You do it in order to relax your mind, so you can calm your body, so you can calm down your mind as well. So start by getting into a relaxation mode. Then make sure that you are seated in a position where you're upright, so you open your chakras and don't fall down in your back. Make sure your back is supported. You can use pillows as I've done here. And then open up your palms, turning upwards. When you're ready, close your eyes and then just quietly start by counting your breath. If you use guided meditation, this will guide you into this relaxation mode, but you can also just sit quietly and count your breath. Often, especially in the beginning, it can be difficult. It can be difficult to quiet your mind. Thoughts seems to be running into your mind all the time. That's okay. Just gently and easy bring back your focus on just calming down your mind. So don't be too hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up. It takes practice like everything else. And with time, it will become easier and easier. I have started also a new form of meditation called smile meditation. It is to challenge myself to see how will that affect my day-to-day life, working on enhancing my own happiness. Because what smile allows us to is to not think a negative thought. See, you can't have a negative thought and smile. You can try it. That's not possible. So you sit quietly, you breathe, and you smile. And of course you can smile a big smile, but you can also just smile very mildly, and you sit and you focus on smiling. And you focus on smiling not just with your lips, but also with your mind and with your body. So it says smile with your smile with your mind, and smile with your liver. That's kind of the saying of it. It's a fun kind of meditation, and it can be somewhat challenging because you can feel a little bit of tension in your jaws, but then just focus on relaxing the body as well. Those are some of the forms of meditation. Then there are sleep meditations you can use. I particularly like the one called Ho'oponopono. It's a Hawaiian technique, which is this repetition they use of saying, I love you. I'm sorry. They say, I'm sorry, please forgive me. I love you and thank you. And it kind of keeps repeating in that. This can be used as a healing technique. So you can find it where you can listen to it while you sleep. And in that way work with your subconscious. If there's something that you need to heal or let go of, this is a perfect way to do so. There are other sleep meditations as well. So if you have different areas you want to work on, you can find one for that specific area. It might be abundance, it might be prosperity, it could be work related, relationships, whatever. You can always find something that is suitable for that topic. And often they will run for approximately from an hour to 8 hours. It is a nice way to fall asleep, and also if you have problems falling asleep, this can help you as well. I don't do this every night. I do it approximately 2-3 times a week because sometimes I just need complete silence when I go to sleep. But I do meditation every day, and I do it for at least 15 minutes. I found 15 minutes to 20 minutes is a perfect time. And also in those 15 to 20 minutes, you will not be calm in your mind the whole time. It's about trying, and by trying I mean doing it, sitting there and try to calm your mind. So you might have 2-3 minutes in complete where your mind is completely quiet, but that is perfect as well, as long as you have that time where you actually give your mind, give your brain a little break. So that is regards of meditation. And the reason I started meditation was to shift my focus from being in a worrying state, maybe a fear, anxiety state, to focus more on my breathing and calming down both my mind and my body. So it allowed me to have that break in order to shift my focus. It's a way to de-stress because you also focus on your breath. I noticed when I started observing my own breathing, just doing the day-to-day, that when I was very stressed, overthinking, I would have kind of hyperventilation. So I wouldn't notice, but suddenly I noticed that I was breathing really, really fast and very much in my throat and not down in my stomach and my heart area. So this has helped tremendously. The meditation and the breath work has helped tremendously. And the reason it does so is because the de-stress comes from when you quiet down your breathing, you sync your breathing with your heart rate, and that releases some chemicals it's a kind of a natural de-stress. So it releases some chemicals in your brain that allows you to actually have a normal breathing, and thereby also making sure that your oxygen goes all the way through your body. Some of the things about breath work is you can of course use breath work as there are different workshops you can do in terms of breath work. I find them very valuable, but they can, for some people, they can actually enhance if you have some sort of anxiety, or so I will be very careful on that. If you suffer from anxiety, then I would say do the meditation and then use the breath work through the meditation. But there are breath workshops you can find, and those can be very useful as well. And others from that, you can actually have these mini meditations it is just 2 seconds. It is actually just taking a deep breath in, holding it for 2 seconds, and a deep breath out. That is a mini meditation. That is just giving your brain that 1, 2, 3 seconds or 10 seconds where you do nothing but focus on your breathing. One way of doing so can be by counting your breath. So you count inwards with 4. So you breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. You hold it for 2, and you release on 6. So in is 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 2. Out is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and hold it for 2. This is one of the most easier form of breath works that I use. One thing can be also when you do it to focus on the tip of your nose, because that kind of make your brain focus a little bit more on the breathing. And you can do this forever, for however long you want to. Focusing and practicing your breath is always a good thing. We breathe naturally, but sometimes we do it so it's not, it can be stressful for our body. So noticing your own breath and working on it can be tremendously giving. And also remember to appreciate that you have the ability to breathe. Appreciation is always a huge part of the work I do. I just want to remember what else I wanted to say, because for me it now has become such a big deal or such a normal habit in my everyday life. I don't really think that much about it. I have been practicing it for long, and this is what I wish for you as well, that this becomes a daily habit for you, and that you will experience the true enhancement it can have on your life. And seriously guys, it's 15 minutes meditation every day, and the breath work, you can do it throughout the day. And if you find it hard to set aside time, planning is always a good thing. So plan it, put a reminder in your calendar. I did that to begin with because it wasn't a habit, so I set my timer, a reminder in my calendar saying meditation time. And yes, it only works if you do it. So put a timer in your calendar, make sure that you start doing it, and before you know it, it will become a habit. I will say habits are created between 60 and 90 days. I know that some people say 21. That is not true. It takes 60 to 90 days, and that is scientifically proven to change your habits. So just hang in there, and if you find it difficult some days, don't beat yourself up. Just keep doing it, and just remember to appreciate yourself, acknowledge yourself for taking the action to do so. It can be life-changing. It has been for many people, it has been for me, and it can be for you as well. There are books on meditation. I have not used those books because I have just started doing it. I found that easier just to try and see how it would work for me and how I would find it most useful in my day-to-day life. So the few things I will say is very important. You can't meditate wrong, actually. You just can't. It doesn't matter if you have thoughts and you find it difficult to quiet your mind. As long as you're doing it, you will have moments where your mind is quiet. You will have that. And as I said, focusing on your breathing will allow you to do that as well. But one of the most important things is to sit up, because if you lie down, many people fall asleep. That is very normal, because you really are relaxing your body and taking deep breath. So sit up straight, find a nice quiet place, maybe light some candles, and cross your legs. Just make sure that you have a very stable position you're sitting in, so you won't your back won't fall down, and make sure that you're comfortable. It's not supposed to hurt. You have to be comfortable. So don't compare yourself to people who have been doing yoga and meditating for years because they have their legs over the neck or something. Just sit in a comfortable, upright position and open up your palms. It's very, very simple. It doesn't have to be harder than that. And I think the last thing I want to say about meditation and breath work is that it is a daily practice. You can of course do it 2-3 times a week, but if you want the full benefit, you have to put in the time. And 15 minutes a day, I will say everybody can find time for that. Without knowing anybody's schedule. I know my own. I know I always have a very long list of things I want to do, but I prioritize it, and I think that's the point, to prioritize in order for you to have the full benefit of it. So think of it as a bank account. What you put in is what you will have, right? So make sure to deposit those 15 minutes every day. And I would love to know, for those of you who's gonna take up meditation and breath work, how it's working for you, how you experience it. Do you have anything you find difficult that you need help with? That would be nice to know. So you can always comment on below of this video. I will also put up a link for my book that is being sold on Amazon. So it's a book where there are easy daily steps to enhance your happiness, and one of them is breath work and meditation. There are a few techniques I wrote in the book. So you can purchase that if you find that helpful as well. And I want to lastly say that I still have 2 spots left for the offer on one-on-one coaching. It's a 10-week, 1-hour coaching journey with me, and it's online, 1 hour per week, and we will work on the areas of your life that you really want to see improvement in, and you will have different techniques, and I will guide you and of course inspire you with the work I've been doing myself. So there are still 2 spots open if that could be interested, or you know somebody who could be interested. Just let them reach out to me. My email and my either via direct message or via email. I will make sure to put the link for my email below this video as well. So I think this is the last thing I wanted to touch upon in this live talk. My next live talk will be Sunday in 2 weeks, which will be around relationships, and not just the romantic kind, but all kinds of relationships. So how can you, by focusing on yourself, your thinking, your feelings, your behavior, how can you use that to enhance your relationships? How can you use it to attract people that is good for you, who compliments you, and how can you set boundaries so you make sure that you will have the most fulfilling relationships in your life. So thank you so much. Oh yes, and the last thing, I always end my meditation, so this is perfect for ending this live, by saying namaste. That is actually showing thank you and appreciation with my hands in front of my heart. And then I pay a hello to the Himalayan mountains, where there is good, loving, and healing energy. And it sounds like this: Namo Himalaya. So, namaste to all of you. I hope you will start with the meditation. Let me know if there's any questions, and have a beautiful Sunday. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.